Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Life in the Woods Renaissance with me, Safetywizard. I have been playing a heck of a lot of this mod pack. Oh my goodness, this is a fun mod pack. And as some of you may see in my inventory, I have a Fortune 2 diamond pickaxe. The cave system that we found over there was very kind to us. It gave us a lot of stuff. But I also found our horse friend from the first episode. I found him. And so I've put him in a little makeshift pen that grew. So yeah. I now have a little bamboo forest for us to harvest. Some furnaces over here for smelting. Our compost is going nicely. And I've also found that you can put loads of different types of stuff in it. You can put like rotting flesh in it, which is also useful. But I've built this, which is a little storage area. So we've got everything we need. We've got black granite, transport stuff. So we've got some saddles, some mine carts, rails, beekeeping stuff because I started beekeeping. Salt, loads and loads of salt. Fruit and veg, fruit and veg, fruit and veg. Fossils, found some fossils. Meats and fish. Tools, got some tools. I'm very interested to see what these are. We'll come on to these in a second. Wooden items and wooden items. Lapis, lots of lapis. Rubies, topaz, and obsidian. We've got enough obsidian to go to the nether, folks. Gold, lot of gold. And look at all those diamonds. Look at that. Thanks, Fortune Pick. Redstone, a heck of a lot of redstone. And the same with coal. Lots of coal. And a hell of a lot of iron. Armor and weapons. I'm also wearing full iron armor. Gravel, because I want to use the gravel for pathways. But we've got farming equipment. So we've got the compost. We've got different seeds. And tools, organic stuff, so burlap. I'll tell you guys about the burlap in a minute, as well as flint. And I don't know what to put in these yet, but then there's honey in here, lots of honey, and various different types of stone in here. So we've got gneiss cobblestone, and marble, and green schist. So yeah. This is our farm for the moment. I'm going to change this very soon. But, as you can see, we've got scarecrows. And what do scarecrows do? Well, they scare insects away. So, I have been growing... They are made with pumpkins and melons and sticks. And I've been growing pumpkins and melons all the way down here so that we can make as many of these scarecrows as possible. Because, look... There are no crickets. No crickets at all. Do you hear any crickets? Because I don't. Excellent. There's loads of butterflies, but butterflies are fine and lovely and cute. But they're, like, not butterflies are not. So, this is our apiary, which is where we put bees. We have a queen bee, and slowly it will produce honeycombs and wax combs, and sometimes grubs. Okay, there aren't any grubs. You take the wax the honeycombs and the wax combs, or whatever they're called, and you can put them into this, which is called a presser, and it presses it into honey and beeswax. The beeswax can be used for candles, and the honey can be used in food, in food recipes, or just eaten raw, like this. And yeah, it's a really simple thing, and I quite like it. I've also found that the candela seeds, what are they called? Yeah, candela, when that matures, when that is harvested, that becomes little candela bundles. If you smelt them, they become wax, and you can turn the wax into candles. And here we have some candles. Look at that. They work in the same way as a torch, but they look slightly different. And finally, we have our house. I'm keeping this tree here, and I'm keeping that tree at the back, because I think that they look quite nice. I think they work quite well. But this is our house. We have an anvil, we've got some chests, and there's nothing in these chests so far. But yeah, we've got some cutting boards, which is where you make foods from raw ingredients. And then we have carpenter's beds. These things look so fluffy. And they even have a little thing where you get in. They're just so fluffy. And we don't take damage when we get out of them. It's fantastic. I can, if I want to, change the pattern of this by right-clicking, but I'm not going to because all the patterns they're fairly awful, I'll be honest. So, as you can see, I've been very, very busy indeed. I also have found that the biome over there, but see, the crickets won't come anywhere near our farm because they're scared. It's fine. Ha 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 ha. We've finally beaten them. I'm happy to keep them down there. I'll explain what this is in a minute. But the biome over there, filled with all of the bamboo, those bamboo shoots can be used as sticks. So when they're grown using bamboo saplings, they grow really tall, and you get about 11 or 12 bamboo sticks from them, which is just a really cheap and easy way to get new sticks. Now, as you can see and, well, hear from this area here, I have built a little perimeter. Not one, but two. So this entire area is all lit up so that zombies and creepers and all that stuff can't spawn. It's got a nice safe area for us to walk around, and nothing can climb up the sides. Because, as you can see, there is 2 blocks minimum here. And there is, I think, at least 3 blocks minimum all the way around here. So nothing can get up and surprise us. And they won't be able to spawn in this area because it's too light for them to spawn. That's made everything a lot safer. It also means that the only way up and down is via this area, which is fine because I kind of wanted it to be a way up and down anyway. I've also cleared out a lot of this area using water buckets and stuff, so this area is all flat, and I think we're going to make a massive farm across here. The idea that I had, the reason I stole so much rail and minecarts is I liked the idea of a little bridge that goes across, and we cart resources up and down via minecarts. I had almost forgotten another thing that I've discovered over here. So I'll keep talking about the minecarts and then we'll get to it. So if we have a minecart system set up that goes like back and forth, like it follows down and across, we can just drop supplies off here. We can say, oh, I need to send this food back up, put it in the minecart, send it up, and then we can go and collect it up there. We can also even ride the rail cart up and down, which would make everything a lot easier. It's a shame you can't have like Minecraft trains, like you can't connect minecarts. But yeah, some of you may already be beginning to see, but there is a village here. And I've already looted it. I've already taken all of the crops and the stuff in the chests. And yeah, it is full of villagers. Just full of them. They're everywhere. Isn't that wonderful? It saves us a lot of hassle having to make villagers from zombie villagers. But it does bring the slight added hassle of having to... I guess we're going to have to either put them in minecarts individually and push them along until we get them to our village, or we're going to have to find leashes and like drag them. This little guy is stuck. There you go, friend. You can get out now. Have I just interrupted your bath or something? Because you're... Okay, he's not going to get out then. So, yeah. What did I find here? I found lots of... what did I found a lot of wheat, which is really important. I found a lot of potatoes and carrots and strawberries, which was cool, because I didn't think we had strawberries until that point. But yeah, so that's a village for us that we can do. We can steal the villages slowly across the course of this playthrough. So the other thing that I had considered is, with this wax, I was thinking that we can have separate areas for each thing. So we've got the fishing hut down there for fishing. We can have a farm over here for all of the crops. And I was thinking, just off to the side, we could have a wax growing area, like an area specifically for candles and wax and all the rest of it, because they can have the beekeeping area, and they can also have the candela seeds. So they're growing candela for wax, and they're getting they're harvesting the bees for wax and the honey, and the honey can then be sent to the farm and the cooking area, and then it can just keep going from there. I'm also very slowly destroying this farm area so that we can move it down to the grasslands over there. And the reason that I am destroying the dirt blocks afterwards is so that the crickets can't spawn on them and jump everywhere. Because if they jump everywhere, the scarecrows won't be able to protect the crops. The crickets will just get scared and run around in a circle inside the crops. Okay, so one of the things that I had wanted to show you guys and talk about was, on my travels and on my exploration, I had found both these ancient parcels from the Ancient Trees mod, and I had also found this, and this. Now, they are saplings from the Ancient Trees mod. I don't know much about the Ancient Trees mod, but we're gonna find out. I do have my axe, but I'm gonna go and get another axe just in case. So we're gonna grow these trees. I'm going to get an axe as if I'm going to cut these down. They might be the most majestic trees we've ever seen in our entire lives, and I won't want to cut them down. But hopefully we'll get some nice looking trees. So we've got the latter sapling, the hickory sapling, and the cedrum or cedrum sapling. And I don't know what these ancient parcels do. I'm hoping something good. But we need to be quick, because... Oh, hello. Oh, the piranhas eat other fish. And so they drop raw fish. Oh. Okay. So, let's quickly grow these before night time, and then we can do something with them in the morning. Okay, this is a latter sapling. Oh. Oak wood post. That's interesting. Okay. That is also interesting. They both seem like trees you would make in a like adventure map. Let's see if we get a big one. Oh. I guess not. Because I know with the jungle saplings you can put 4 together and you will get a bigger jungle tree. But I guess that's not the case for these ones. Okay. So let's try one of these. Oh, that's cute. That's almost like a little Christmas tree. So if we put 4 together, will we get a big Christmas tree? I guess not. That's a shame. That's a shame as well. There are zombies coming for us. But you can begin to see already how much safer this area is. I know this part of the hill, this part of the homestead is not very well lit, but we can change that. So the thing about the hunger that I've learnt is that each food gets categorized, I think is probably the correct term, into how much hunger it gives you back. For example, winter squash, a nourishing morsel. Honey, a hearty snack. Raw fish, morsel. Blackberry, morsel. And so depending on how fulfilling the snack is, will determine how much you get back from it, from eating it. And I found that if you... These things are called feasts. Got delighted meal as a feast, hearty breakfast as a nourishing feast, rainbow curry, a nourishing feast, supreme pizza, a wholesome feast, sausage in bread as a feast, beef Wellington, feast, epic bacon is a feast, and a meat feast pizza, as well as a hearty large meal. But these things will give you the most food in the games, as far as I'm aware. There are also bacon mushroom burger, shepherd's pie, a foot long, and delighted meal. Yeah, those things will give you the most food in these mod packs, because I was doing a little research into it. I also found that in hungry mode, which is the mode we are in, crops take 4 times as long to grow and only grow during the day, unlike in other games. Wooden and stone hoes do not exist in this mod pack, though there is a small chance for them to spawn in a village. And yeah. The other details I'd learnt were about the scarecrow, which I think is very important. I'm going to try and make a Christmas tree again, because it just seems like... It seems like a cedar tree, like a big redwood. If only there was a way to, like, do all of it at once. Oh, maybe it works with bone meal. We've got bones. I know compost and bone meal are very much the same thing, but because bone meal takes, because it takes a couple of uses of bone meal, you can put 1 on each of them. I'm sorry, Mr. Horse, you're not coming out just yet. When we go on adventure, oh, I'll make a nice stable for you at some point, but not today. I'm sorry. I'm just catching these lovely folk up on what we've been up to. Bones. You're coming with me. Bone meal. Because the compost seems to be instant, I'm thinking if the bone meal has a delay on it, it might give the other saplings a chance to have bone meal put on them. And that way, it'll help make sure they all grow at the same time, and they can become a big one. If that makes sense. Okay. Holy moly! That is definitely a big one. Okay. I'm alright with that. Whoa! That is a ginormous Christmas tree. What? Those are huge. What? So why doesn't that work with... Oh! Compost must be half as effective as bone meal. Therefore, these guys have bigger modes as well. Oh no! I can't believe I screwed that up. Okay, right. Well, we need a way to harvest bone meal then. We need to go skeleton hunting. We need to get bone meal in this joint. I wonder if there's a way to bone segments. Interesting. Is there a way to create... Oh, stone has a chance to drop bone meal. That's interesting. Okay, cool. So I guess we've just got to find bone meal? Okay. It's not as helpful as I'd like, but oh well. Okay. Final thing of this episode. We're going to see what these parcels do. The empty parcel crumbles to dust. Oh. The empty parcel crumbles to dust. The empty parcel crumbles to dust. The empty parcel crumbles to dust. Okay. Alright, I guess I used them incorrectly? Whoops. Well, there go the ancient parcels. It's a shame I didn't keep one to put in the museum to be like, oh, this is an ancient parcel. It used to carry things in ancient times. Oh, look how majestic those big trees look. Those are awesome. Those are huge. I know what we could do. We could have one at the center of each... We can have one at, like, the center of each homestead. Like, we can have one for over here. We can have one by the farm. We can have one, like, in the middle of each thing as a sort of gathering point for that particular area of the community. That's a neat idea. And then at Christmas we can decorate them. Oh, whoa. This is going to be awesome. Well, I'm going to call an end to the episode here. Thank you very much for watching this little update video. I know we didn't do much, but I've done a lot off camera, as you can tell. So, yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you are new to the channel and you've liked this, then please press like and subscribe for more content similar to it. But, as always, stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Please subscribe. He said if you don't, he's going to kill me and turn me into bacon. Please, for the love of God, subscribe. And watch more videos. I don't want to be eaten. Oh, God, what a horrible life I lead.